Hey everybody, Rock and Roll channel here, my name is Anton, long time no see. In this video I want to talk about how I left behind my beloved EMG 60 and 60, the set of EMG pickups in my old guitar, in my old Les Paul from the 80s, and now I switched to the passives back again. For those of you who don't know, EMGs are known mostly for their active pickups. They have the passive line too, but the active series became not just popular one, it became the must-have thing for the metal and for the rock scene for decades. For the mixing producers, for a lot of star names from the metal, every one of them put the EMG 81, EMG 85 and EMG 60 into their guitars to reach that level of the metal standards. You name it, Metallica, Judas Priest, Zakk Wylde, with Ozzy and without Ozzy, Children of Bodom, In Flames, Trivium, Bullet for My Valentine, etc. Even Nickelback. I know you love Nickelback. Steve Lukather from Toto. Even David Gilmour played the EMG single coils in his famous Red Strat. So I put the experimental set of 60 and 60 into my Les Paul around 13 years ago. Why experimental? Because EMG 60 is considered as a neck pickup more, but sometimes in the super strats people combine the two single coils and the bridge EMG, and often this is the 60 model. So I decided to experiment. Half of the decision was not because of the sound, not because I loved the EMGs so much, but because they had and they still have the solderless solution and solderless installation. This is the awesome thing that just saves the fans and attracts new fans to the EMG, because you don't need to buy the soldering iron, you don't need to know how to do it, you just assembling everything according to the paper that they have inside the package, like the IKEA, and everything works flawlessly. So the sounds, they were predictable and it was okay all this time, but every time I played this guitar I thought, oh, it's just for metal, just for one thing, for soft gain and for the full gain. And the neck tone was too boosted and too compressed for me. It's just a matter of taste, of course, but I grew up with a particular idea of the tone in my head. And that's happened every time you buy something good, but that doesn't fit for you. You can buy the 8-string tomorrow, but if you are playing blues and soft rock, this will be the guitar for blues and for the soft rock, but just with additional scale, length and with additional strings. And also I noticed the tendencies in some interviews of the famous guitarists, especially when the EMG promoted the 5766 line, the new line that is active too, but has more things from the passive pickups. Like famous guitarists told us that they wanted something active but with more classic puff tones, more versatile, the combination of two words, etc. Kirk said something about this, the guitarist from the Judas Priest said something about this, and I can tell you that if you want the passive pickups and passive tones shaping, just install the true passive thing in your guitar, because actives, they do their job, but they are not the ultimate thing. They can't do both worlds together. I begin to experiment with my own pickups, so I decided this is the time I need to take off those EMGs from that guitar and I need to install something interesting and passive. So I created the set, it's awesome. I begin to sell the pickups. Now I'm in that point of story. I have big plans, I have the prototypes, now I'm tasting the new pickups, I'm connecting the people with the industry, etc. So this is the perfect time. Let's put the pickups into that empty canvas. To change from passive to the active pickups, you need to change all the electronics because the old doesn't fit. It has different parameters. We need to buy 2 volume potentiometers, 500K, 2 push-pull tones, 500K too, the wire, the input jack and the switch. I have the old switch from the factory. Also, you need to buy 2 capacitors and 2 resistors for the split mode in every push-pull. I will explain everything later. I will use my own set, the Ultrail for the bridge and Robo-Bucker for the neck. It's pretty hot set, but it's much more smoother than active EMGs. In the bridge I have the ceramic magnet and 15.3K resistance. In the rail build and in the neck I have the regular humbucker, the Alnico 5 magnet and 8 and 6K resistance, and both bridge and neck are splittable. One more important thing, EMGs has their own grounding, but before the installation of the passive pickups I decided to make a good shielded cavities and to connect them together with wires in one counter. I decided to use copper tape that I accidentally bought in the supermarket in the things for the garden department. It was so cheap and I bought a lot. So that shielding took me too long, but after testing it with multimeter I found that everything works flawlessly and it will help me to save some guitar signal from the hum cancelling later. If you are still watching, thank you, and please find the time to subscribe to this channel, put the like and write me some comment about this topic. It will help this channel to grow. Thank you very much. The process of the soldering is pretty usual, except the thing that this is the 50s wiring. That gives more smooth tone and volume controls, and I wanted to experiment once again. One more not typical thing, the split mode. Usually when you're engaging the split coil it sounds quieter, because you are turning off the half of your humbucker and sometimes the volume drops drastically. But with addition of the resistor to the push-pull, you will save the level of your split coil and it won't be so quiet anymore. Because technically this is the partial coil split and the muted coil is not fully muted anymore, so technically you have 2 working coils in the split mode, but one is almost quiet. Usually you need to connect one of the lugs of the push-pull to the ground, but you need to put the resistor between the lug and between the ground. I used the classic set like in the PRS guitars, 1K for the neck and 2K for the bridge. This is very simple technique, but very useful, and I don't know why is it not standard for every 4-conductor pickup with the split option. I will put just one example of sounding, because I got the full test in the other video. Please watch it by the link in the description and in the right corner of this video right now. Am I happy with the result? Absolutely. Do I prefer the passive pickups over the active? Well, unfortunately, yes. They have just more pleasant and familiar overtones, and this is my desirable tone that I always expect from the distorted guitar. Active pickup worse than passives. No, 100% no, nothing will sound like EMG pickups and it's a very unique sound, but for now my preferable set is my magnetron pickups, and this is not because I'm widening it. I like the passive construction more, the passive pickup itself. It's just simple, it's just designed so many years ago, but so right. and it fits me for 150%. So this is it. There will be more videos about pickups on this channel for sure, because now I'm making them. Please subscribe and see ya in the next videos on this channel. Bye bye.